Hi,
Hi,
guys.
everyone. Okay, so we're pumped. You pumped?
Yes, we are
I'm pumped.
interviewing.
This is like your childhood.
Yep, we've been watching Spy Kids since the first day.
Okay, so we're going to look for Daryl. Let's see.
D Money.
Daryl, are you in there? Oh, there he is. Okay, so let's see. So who has watched? Because Lord knows we have. Okay, I
Hey,
see
what's
you.
up?
We
Oh, he's
just sent a
connecting.
request.
Hey!
Hi. What's up?
What's up? Whoa, Isaiah, I love your shirt.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I have the exact same shirt.
Oh, do
Really?
you?
Yeah.
Cool, twinning.
Twinning, exactly. Hi guys.
Hi, thank
Hi.
you so much for doing this.
Of
Thank you.
course, thanks for asking me.
Yes,
No
how are you
problem.
guys doing? And congrats on the baby, by the way.
Congrats on the
Thank
child.
you. We're good. We're good. We worked out this morning. Just moving, ready.
Yeah, are you
Yeah.
excited to be a dad?
So excited.
What are you most excited about? Because you're having a boy, which
Yeah.
boys, I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited about what he's gonna teach me. I think he's
Oh,
gonna teach
true.
me a lot.
Very, very true. Okay, you want
Yeah.
to kick it off?
All right. First question.
Yeah.
What made you want to become an actor?
What made me want to become an actor? Um, I remember like being 3 years old. I loved watching TV. I really love cartoons. But also, I guess I was told my first word was Oprah, so I also loved watching Oprah.
Okay.
But I loved going to the movies. I love watching TV, and I always wanted to be like inside the TV and
Okay.
inside the movie screen. And so I begged my mom to act. And she found like this acting teacher, and that acting teacher became my manager. And then I started going out on auditions. And then I met Robert Rodriguez when I was 6.
You were 6?
I was 6 when I met him. And I had no front teeth. And I had an audition for Spy Kids when I was 6, and then my second audition was with Robert. And I remember like we didn't even read the scene in my audition, my first audition with Robert. He just wanted to talk. And at like that week, because when you're a young kid, like every day is so different. But
Yeah.
that week, I was trying to build a flying car in my backyard. And
Okay.
so all I talked about was like how badly I wanted to build this flying car.
Okay.
And I think he really liked that. And then it was like the first Spy Kids movie was like a 6-month audition process. So
In
like I met
six
him,
months?
6 months of just auditioning. So I went back, to read the scene with a bunch of different girls to play my sister for 6 months. Started in June. I had a screen test in December, and then found out like early January, about 21 years ago now, that I got it. And then I moved to Austin, Texas to shoot the movie for 6 months. It's
That's a
crazy.
year of your life. I would have never guessed it took you that long to audition. That's crazy.
Yeah, like because I don't know, like I feel like now it's so much more fast paced. It's like
Yeah,
you go in and like right away, like if you have it or not.
right. I mean, he's talked about it a lot, but he auditioned via tape on a Saturday morning and got it Monday morning. So we were like, what? Because
Wow.
I didn't even know the project filmed in Texas. So they were
Yeah.
like, you have 6 days to pack up, and then you're going to Austin for 3 months. It was pretty bananas. But the kids only trained for 2 weeks prior to the film, like stunt training. How long
Mm.
did you train for Spy Kids, the first one?
Oh man, it was so long ago, but I know we had at least a month of like gymnastics training, like in Los Angeles. So Alexa and I would go to this like gymnastics school, and we had a trainer, and I think they really wanted to make sure that we were like comfortable with heights and comfortable on a trampoline, and like that they want to see how afraid we were of of like being active. And I was 7 then, so like no fear at all.
Yeah.
And then when we got to Texas, we had like 2 weeks of stunt training, of like wire work training, and yeah, so I think like altogether it was around like 2 months of training. It
Okay.
was nuts, but
What
it's
was
so fun. Like being 7 years old, like feeling like you get to fly was awesome.
Yeah. Well, as far as training goes, because I mean, you worked on Spy Kids for so many years. What
Yeah,
was the hardest one to film?
the hardest one to film. I would say like they're all fun. Like I had a blast on each one. But the most challenging one I would say was the third movie, because that movie was in a video game. So it was all, I'm sure you had to deal with this, Isaiah, the green screen.
Yep.
Every single day for 6 months, except for one day, I was on a green screen. There was one day on Spy Kids 3 where we filmed at a water park. And I had like a cute little scene with Selena Gomez. It was her first movie.
Oh,
And that was like my only time in the movie of like getting to act with another person, because the third movie was all on a green screen, and for most of the time I had to act with pieces of tape, because other people would fly in and they would shoot their scenes at different times, and then Robert would like digitally add them in later. So the third one I would say would probably be the hardest, just because I had on this like big yellow suit, which I gotta post this picture, Isaiah, of you next to that suit
Yeah.
that I wore.
That seeing
Because
it in real life was so cool.
isn't it cool? It was heavy,
Yeah.
man. It was so it
It
was
was
so
heavy.
heavy. I had on like a pair of silks, and then over that I had on like this spandex suit that zipped up in the back, and then on top of that I had all that yellow armor. And because on the green screen you have to light it like extra heavy, that was really hot. And then the 3D needs even more lighting, so then that was extra hot. And especially the days where I had to have a harness on underneath all of that, by the time I took it off, the silks I would like pull it off my skin, and it was like steam just coming out. It was nuts. Yeah.
wow.
I burned a lot of calories on on that movie.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
You have a
Well,
question?
speaking of Robert showed us some behind the scenes of all the Spy Kids movies.
Really?
Yeah, can you tell us some funny moments that you had on set?
Oh man, where did I start? I know in the first movie, they told us in the beginning, because we played ourselves and then we have these robot selves. So we had to play our like robot doppelgangers. And they told us in the beginning, like, oh, there's gonna be a day where uh we give you guys cans of silly string, and you guys get to spray silly string everywhere. So I just remember every single day on the movie set, I'd be like, is today the day that we get to use silly string? And they'd be like, no, not yet. Like every day for 6 months. Um, so I remember that was fun. What else? The first and second movie, we traveled a lot. Like we went around a lot. So like there's a boat scene in the first movie. So we went to Lake Travis, which is near Austin, and so we had a bunch of scenes like on a boat, which was really cool. And like all the effects and stuff were really practical.
Yeah.
So like the little mini spy plane that we flew, like there's a scene where it takes off and they like raised up the plane like in on a harness itself and like shot it out. So there was like I didn't really have to use my imagination too much on the first two movies, because it like felt really real. The second movie, we went to Costa Rica for about a month and we
Okay.
filmed, and a lot of fun stuff happened there. We like shot on an active volcano, which was crazy. There was a point in time where we were filming and there were only like 6 of us, and they were like, you could see like boulders coming down, and they weren't coming in our direction, but they were still like coming down.
Yeah.
So Robert and the first AD Brian would joke like, okay kids, like better hurry up, like we don't want those boulders to come get us. um and and then the third movie, um I just like, I don't know if this happened to you, Isaiah, but we didn't have a script for like half of the film. It was all in Robert's brain. So he knew what was going on, but I didn't really know what was going on until like halfway through. And every question I had for him, he'd be like, "Oh, it's a secret. I can't tell you."
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would do
I
that.
was like,
Yeah.
at
I mean, it
at
was a
10,
lot
I
of
was like,
confidence.
"Oh, dang." And now that I'm older, I'm like, did he really know what was going on? But yeah, so we had like a bunch of people come in to screen test, and they were like new characters, and I'd be like, Robert, what's my relationship with this character? And he'd be like, oh, I can't tell you, it's a secret. And I'd be like, oh man, okay. So a lot of imagination on the third movie, but like I could go on for hours about all the fun stories we had. We just like, it was like a big family on set, you know. We would have like silly string fights and then shaving cream fights, and we just goofed around a lot. It was awesome.
That's so cool.
That's really
Well,
cool.
as a parent, I mean, you know, I'm an actor, but I'm raising a son who's in the business, and still to this day, there's so many like terrifying aspects about it. But
Hmm.
he's having such a wonderful time, and he's growing a lot. What advice would you give parents who have kids in the business, and then kids that are watching? What advice would you give them?
Oh man, I would say kind of like the same thing for both like you and for Isaiah is like, if you're not having fun, then it's not really worth it. You know, it's like you gotta be having fun. Um, and yeah, I guess that's the best advice I have. You know,
Yeah, have fun.
um, Isaiah, what was your favorite like part doing the movie?
My favorite part, definitely the stunts and working
Right.
with my mom. We
That's
had fun.
so cool. I think it's so cool that you guys work together.
Yeah, even though most of the scenes that were thought to be us together
Yeah,
filming,
we
we
weren't.
weren't
Yeah,
together. Just like you said, they would
Right.
Photoshop the people in.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that so weird when they're there? Like that happened to me all the time. Like the people would be there, but I would shoot it, and then I also was so young I had to go to school. So I was like I'd shoot my part, and then they'd be like, "Okay, time for school," and then I would have to go to school, and then they bring another kid in and shoot their part. And
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of crazy too. Like I was saying in the interview we did not too long ago, the part where I run with my husband and kick down the door, and he's like, "Mom,"
Yeah.
I wasn't even cast in the film yet. So
What?
it's all a coincidence
Yep.
that he yelled out "Mom" and his real mother is in the movie.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. That's crazy.
It is crazy. The magic of movie
Movie
making.
magic. Yes.
Okay. So you have like obviously you were known for Spy Kids, but you've done so much incredible
Yeah.
work. Outside of Spy Kids, what is a project that you are most proud of?
I did a movie called World's Greatest Dad. That Isaiah, you're too young to watch. You gotta wait until you're 18. But Robin Williams played my dad in the movie, and it was just like an honor to work with him for like every day for like 2 months. I learned so much from him, and he was just like such an awesome human being, let alone an amazing actor. He was like an awesome human first, you know?
Yeah.
So I would say that, and then, oh, okay, there you are. And then also I did, I was the voice in the Polar Express movie, and I had so much fun doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a question?
All right. So we're gonna do something we like to do with everybody we interview. It's called the lightning round,
Lightning round, okay.
where we ask you questions and you have to answer them as fast as you can.
Okay.
Lightning round.
Okay.
All right. So first question: playing an instrument or dancing?
Instrument.
Okay. What
But you're
instrument do you
such
play?
a great dancer. When we saw you
Thank
at
you.
the wedding performing, I was like, "Oh,
I was terrified. I was
Daryl, were
like,
you?"
Really?
oh my gosh, yeah. I was so nervous, especially because it was like I thought, after we said our vows and everything, I could relax, but like that was a surprise for Megan. So it was like, okay, I hope no one blows the surprise, and then I hope I don't trip, you know.
How
um
did you guys rehearse for that without her knowing?
I lucked out. Charm LaDonna choreographed that for me, and I did it like, I think we had about 5 days, 4 or 5 days, and um like Megan knew there was going to be a surprise, she just didn't know what it was
What
going
it
to be.
was.
So I left the house, for 4 days, but I did it like early in the morning. She likes to sleep in sometimes, so I would sneak out of the house early in the morning, go rehearse, come back, make breakfast, and pretend like nothing happened.
Oh my gosh, you killed it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, next question. Favorite food?
But pizza,
I knew it. I knew it.
is that your
I
favorite
was
food?
guessing. That's my favorite food.
Yeah.
Mhm. What do you get on your pizza?
I was about to say I'm just plain cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a
I'm
meat
super
lover.
plain. Like, I'll do like spaghetti with no sauce. Like, I'm just like plain Jane. That's my thing.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite artist besides your wife?
Coldplay.
You said what?
Coldplay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
good,
That's a good choice.
good
Big
choice. We
Coldplay
love
fan.
Coldplay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song from Coldplay?
Oh, that's the hardest question ever. I mean, I think Viva La Vida, just because it was like my ringtone for such a long time, and like
Yeah.
up to the point, I love that song so much, and I played it so much that I'll get random texts from people like to this day saying Viva La Vida just came on, it made me think of you, because
Uh,
I just played it over and over
okay.
again.
All right. Favorite dessert?
Ice cream sundae,
Oh,
like
what?
vanilla ice cream, hot fudge, little cherry on top, no
That
nuts.
sounds really good. You just made
Yeah.
me hungry.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. Favorite movie and TV show?
Favorite movie? Oh my gosh, that's so hard. I would probably say The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Um, because Heath Ledger's the Joker is like my favorite performance ever. And then favorite TV show? Um, oh man, I would say, I don't know. I think, mm, that's so tough. It's like I can watch The Office
Oh,
like
yeah. The Office is funny.
anytime, and then I love Friends. Um,
Funny.
and then also I love Breaking Bad, but I can't even watch Breaking Bad again because like I don't want to go there. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've seen it, but like once you know what happens, it's hard to go back.
That's funny. Okay.
What
Yeah.
about you? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite movie. My favorite movie. I have so many. I'm just going to say it. All of the Marvel movies. Every single one.
What?
Every single one. I watched them.
They're
I tried watching them in chronological order to the Infinity War.
Really?
in rotation Marvel films. Like
Yeah.
it's just insane. He
I'm
is
like
the
the
best in
only
Marvel.
Marvel fan in the house, so I have to watch those movies on my own time. Although I think I did get Megan and her brothers to sit down for Endgame.
Okay, that was a good
Because
one.
like you don't have to watch any Marvel movies. You can just pop on Endgame and know exactly what's going on. And
Yeah.
like, whew.
Okay.
All right.
Could I ask my
Oh, yeah,
questions?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's your dream role?
I mean, right now I would say my dream role is um like a dad role,
How
being a
old are
dad.
you? How
I'm
old are you?
28.
You have some time before you start playing those roles.
I
Why?
don't know.
Why dad role?
I, I don't know. I just like that's. I guess I mean that's a role I've never played before. I'm always looking for roles I've never played before.
Okay.
So like after I did this World's Greatest Dad movie, my character's like a jerk, a huge jerk. And after I did that movie and it came out, I was like getting scripts sent to me where the son in the movie is like a huge jerk. And I was like, well, I already did that. I don't really want to do that again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've never played a dad, and I'm about to experience it in real life. So then I can draw on my real life experience and use
Yeah.
that for whatever dad role comes my way.
No, I mean it's not an easy role, to be honest, because I feel like for the past 2 years I've played mom roles, and
Yeah.
the first one was for 13 Reasons Why, and I was like, this is a little bit harder than I thought, even though I'm a mother, because there's
Mm.
different levels and layers, to it, depending on what the role calls for. So I mean, I guess I get it. Who Name an actor and
Yeah.
a director that you're dying to work with?
Well, right now I'm dying to work with Matthew McConaughey because I'm almost finished with his book. And his
Is
book
it
is
good?
so good. You have to get the audiobook because he's the narrator and like, he's narrating his own book. So he puts all the passion into it and it's so like funny and heartwarming and inspiring for sure. Um so I'm dying to work with him and then director um I mean Steven Spielberg's always been like the GOAT. So I would say Mr. Spielberg.
Okay.
Yeah. What about
You.
you guys?
Oh yeah. What?
My dream role in well, my dream role is Miles Morales, obviously.
Yes,
In
yes.
live action movie, yep, that's
Have you
something I
played the
really want
game
to
at
do.
all?
I want the PS5
I
so
know we
bad.
can't even get one.
I can't even get one.
It's
I
crazy.
hope they have the Miles Morales game on PS4 soon.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that I can't get the 5, I'll work with the 4.
Yeah, yeah. The four's looking pretty good now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have the 5.
Megan's brother has the 5. So it's like I think it's in his room, and I played like 10 minutes of Miles Morales, but he's hogging it up. He's playing.
Let me guess. Is it Ryan that has it?
No, it's Justin.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
really?
Yeah, it was Justin's graduation gift. He just graduated from college,
Okay.
and that was his big graduation gift.
God, college?
Yeah,
Oh my God, time flew.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I
Okay,
know.
one more lightning round question, and if
Okay.
Megan's close, sorry. What do you do that gets on Megan's nerves, and what does she do that gets on your nerves?
By the way, hi Megan. I just saw you in there.
Is
Oh
she?
yeah, I think she's in the other room. What do I do that gets on her nerves? I think I actually it was like last night I was having, or maybe 2 nights ago, I had a bowl of cereal and I was like crunching a lot. And like I heard it and I like stopped and I like looked at her and she was like, yeah, maybe like turn it down a notch. And I was like, yeah. And then she doesn't really do anything that bugs me. I love her so much. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, she's pretty lovable.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Wow,
I
good
got nothing.
That's
answer, Daryl.
good.
Good
It's
answer.
She said
the
you
truth.
need
It's the
someone.
truth, though. Like if there was something, I'd tell you guys, but I can't think of anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm kind of obsessed with the entire family.
me too.
Everyone is so great. Yeah, love them. Do you
Yeah.
have any more questions?
All right, this is a holiday question.
Okay.
Christmas or Halloween?
Um, I mean, it's always been Christmas because like Megan and I love the lights, and also it's like that's when we got engaged right around Christmas, and we got married right around Christmas. Um, so it's always been Christmas, but I can tell this year having a baby boy, it's probably going to be Halloween because I can't wait to dress him up as Baby Yoda. I
I was
just
thinking
know I
that.
gotta do it.
Okay, but just
Are
so
you
you,
you're a Star Wars fan, right?
I am, but I haven't seen any of The Mandalorian. I'm like waiting
Oh,
until I can like binge like 3 seasons
that's what I'm doing.
in
Yeah.
a row because I started the first episode and it was so good, but it was like when it first came out and I had to wait. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna like really wait until I can just watch them all back
yeah.
to back to back.
Yeah,
But I
same.
hear it's great, and I've seen Baby Yoda everywhere, so like obviously I'm gonna dress up my son as Baby Yoda.
Oh my
Gonna
God.
happen.
Well, Auntie Britta's gonna get him his first pair of Jordans, just so you
Yes,
know.
thank you,
Laced. Okay.
thank you.
And now, before we let you go, because we've kept you for like 30 minutes,
No, you're good.
you know, a lot of the times with child actors, people think that it's such an easy journey and that it's just roses all the time, but there's so much rejection. You know, even though you landed this huge project at such a young age, I'm
Yeah.
sure for every yes you got, there was a ton of no's.
Yeah.
And Isaiah has experienced the same. Can you give Isaiah a little bit of advice on coping with the darker side of the business?
Sure. I mean, I'm a glass half full person. So, um, I can like I can look back at like all the rejection and I could get sad about it, but I choose not to because there's really, it's like I think everything happens for a reason, and like there's not one job that I haven't gotten that I'm like, oh man, if I just got that job, like
Yeah.
my life would be so much better,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know? Because like I think there's room for everybody.
It is.
I think that yeah, that and the right, part finds you. And there are so many, auditions that I've been on and callbacks that I've gotten and projects that I've gotten so close to that I haven't gotten. Um, but it just wasn't for me. It wasn't meant to be for me. And I like to look at it that way, and instead of like, oh man, like I didn't get this, or because every part that I have gotten has been so meaningful. So I would just try not to look at it as rejection, and really, the audition is the work, and then the job is the promotion, you know. So, every audition I get, I'm super pumped and excited because that's the fun part for me. I always looked at auditions as fun. I I never really had a lot of actor friends growing up, partly because I didn't live like in Los Angeles. I lived like in Torrance, which is like an hour outside of LA, and I went to public school. So I was never like surrounded by actor kids unless I went to auditions. And I don't know how it is for you, especially now everything's self-tape, which for me was like a huge struggle because I always loved the human connection part of it. I
Mm-hmm.
loved looking into a casting director's eyes or into a reader's eyes and like seeing their eye color and like really getting to connect with them. And so it's taken me a couple years to really adjust to this new way of like everything's on self-tape, and because I don't like to go back and watch myself, and I'm my own worst critic. So it's taken a lot of practice to just kind of like do it and let it go.
Mm-hmm.
um but also like during auditions, you know there would be some kids there who would be really competitive, and I'm not really that way. It's like if it's my part, then it's my part, and if it's your part, it's your part. So I always looked at auditions as fun because that was my time to be creative and my time to really like do the work, you know.
Yeah.
So I would just say, stay positive, and the right part is coming for you, and just try to have as much fun as possible.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you
advice.
guys. This
No,
is
No
thank
awesome.
problem.
you.
This is like the best therapy ever.
Well, everyone is saying in this, they're like, Daryl, you need to go live more often. So I'm just letting you know. I don't know if you can see it.
I see like a tiny bit, but I'm seeing lots
Yeah.
of hearts. I'm loving the hearts.
Yes.
I'm such a grandpa with Instagram, and I think I'm gonna stay that way.
You know, as I'm looking at you, you have not changed one bit. Still
Trying
a
to stay
baby
young
face. I
forever.
mean, you are a baby, but geez, I'm like, just gonna pinch your cheeks.
Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
well, we'll let you go. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
too. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Yes, give the family our love.
I will.
Okay,
All right,
bye.
bye
Bye.
guys. Bye.